cannot believe it is already March. Here in Michigan, we are about to say goodbye to the winter. Yeah, see all of this dead branches? We are going to bring on the spring pretty soon, and it is so exciting. It is really exciting to see that, especially in Michigan. Pretty soon, you are going to start to see little blooms. As a matter of fact, on my magnolia tree, there are blooms. Life is coming. I need the spring sisters badly. So with that in mind, today we are going to reset for March. So I have some really great things in this video. I'm going to try to do these here once a month now because they really match everything that we're doing here in the ministry. So just so you know now, what we're going to do is we're going to look back, look forward, and look all around for February and March. So I have some really fun things for you. If you've been following in the ministry for a while, and if you're new, this will all make sense, but we start off January every single year with a workbook. The routine and the rhythm of what we do in that workbook does not change. So this year, let me introduce to you the new me in 2023. We set that workbook up in January. Awesome. We set up our dreams, our visions, our goals, and we look at 8 areas of our life, basically all around our life. If you look at my vision board has everything on there that includes my life wheel. Everything that's going on in my life, from physical to mental to spiritual to relationships, financial, career, hobbies, you name it, it's right here. So I break those down in this workbook. If you want to know more of how to put your own workbook together, it's never too late. It's right on time. You're right on time for God to just step in and do a bunch of new things in your life. I always tell ladies that he wants to play a game of chess with you, and he wants to teach you how to strategically move all of your pieces so you win. Today, in the reset video, how I am resetting, looking back, what God showed me, because we set it up in January and February. So January was really my setup month, really giving God the year. And then February, I started running in it. And so now I want to do a reflection with you on my February. So we're going to have fun. I'm going to go over certain parts of my wheels where things happened. So if you are interested in this, if you're interested in the ministry, subscribe to the channel and then head over right here to heatherbaxter.com. Jump on there, subscribe, get into the newsletters. And here's the most important thing. We are resetting for March and we're jumping in to our new Bible study, which the Bible study is so important. It is really your journal. March 6th, this starts, so it's never too late. Maybe you're watching this later on in March. Head over to the website, grab your workbook over on my Amazon author bookshelf. It is amazing. As a matter of fact, you can watch the intro to this, and what are you going to walk away with? Well, number one, I'm praying for the anointing of God over all of my March. And so God's really speaking to me about what the anointing looks like, how to protect the anointing, how to invite God into parts of my life. So yeah, that's a whole nother video, but let's move in to our March reset. So right now, what I always do at the beginning of my calendar for every single month is I go ahead, I look at my entire life wheel, I kind of examine everything here, and I just think of some main huge goals that I want to keep, 7 to 10. So if I flip back to February here, you will see that I had down here early AM routine, workout, self-care, get right into dreams and goals in Bible study, and be loud with be loud with the new me in 2023. Like really work that and teach it and really get into it was what I wanted to do. Also, network, learn to market, YouTube videos, write, AM, EM circle, and home management. Well, this means something to me. But you're going to come up and look at your wheel and you're going to come up with some words or phrases, 7 to 10 goals. With that in mind, I am still sticking with AM up early routine. I want to get consistent with that. So I highlighted the word consistent. Once I'm up, meaning AM, get consistent, get up, make your bed, get those things in order. I know what my AM routine means and I can write those out on a daily when I do this because I tend to write these 7 to 10 goals out every single day. And so this is what I'm focusing on in February. AM, and then work out, get your body moving. And I'll write, what that means specifically every single day. And after that is self-care, means get yourself ready. Get yourself ready for whatever the day looks like. Whether it's a filming day or going out or working, you're still gonna get ready because you feel better when you're ready. So it's a self-care day. That's hard too for my ladies that work at home. You really need to be your own motivator. And I do my dreams and goals and HB Bible study. So whatever I'm doing. So March, you know that we are doing the Anointed Me Bible study. So I will come right in here and I will look at what my verse is. Let's open to that page. I will look at what my verse is for the day, for that week. And then I will go and do my little bit of study, my prayer, my reflection. Sometimes it may line up to a part of my wheel and I could go back and I could write in that area. And then we move up and we've got project 1 goal and project 2. This is just something I'm speaking to. I have 2 main goals that I need to do in my career. So these have to do with career. And I could write career, or specifically if you're into, working and you're at home, there's days that I'm writing a book. There's days that I'm creating content. There's days that I'm filming. Whatever it is, there's a project 1 and the project 2. So these are my goals, my top 10. And I wrote those down. So right up here, let's talk physical part of my life wheel. My physical well-being is what's going to move the marker in a lot of other places. So the top things that I wanted to work on was my AM and PM routine. I have to say that I can check that out. Was I perfect? No. Was I getting up every day at 5:30? No. Not at all, because I'm still battling some things through perimenopause, but I'm learning because I have tried new supplements. March video, I'll share all the supplements. I'll tell you my favorites. We'll really get down to that. I'm right now trying a lot of stuff and I'm telling you like 6 new things. That AM routine, I have to say that on my checklist, I can go through and there are many times I was able to check off yes on the workout. I've also realized that my doctor's appointments are huge and they are helping me with my workouts, especially the knee doctor. I had cortisone shots in both knees. I can walk now. And my doctor said it's best for you to only walk 2 miles a day. You do not need to do hard hit cardio workouts. It actually stresses your body more when you're going through perimenopause and rises your cortisol levels, which causes weight gain. So lots of things that I have learned as I've been talking to doctors. And so doctor's appointments have been huge. My AM routine now is really a lot of stretching, a lot of core, a lot of lifting of weights for my upper body and strengthening, and walking at least 2 to 3 miles a day. Maybe it's 2 in the morning and 1 outside, but move. Also nutritional habits. I have some very specific things, some private things that I don't want to share yet that I have been really trying to get strict on. Also the time that my husband and I eat, he tends to come home a little bit later at night. I want our dinners to be ready right when he gets home. No lollygagging. We moved into this house like a year ago and sometimes we would lollygag, do this, go out to eat. So I'm trying to set more of a nutritional routine on our eating times. And then a couple other things for me that I'm trying to cut back on and just really watch. Look at my water intake and just certain things like that. My vitamins, which I think I'll talk more about that in March. But these are huge things. I'd probably say overall everything was my doctor's appointments. I stopped procrastinating. I have 1 more doctor's appointment tomorrow, which is my OBGYN, all my blood work, everything done. 2 more appointments that are a little bit off into the year, but they're made. They're scheduled. So that feels really good. All right, let's talk career. Here you go. New strategies. So how am I working on new strategies? Well, you're going to see there's an AM and a PM routine, but a project 1 and a project 2. There's so much that goes on in HB Ministries and the visions that I get are so intense that I get overwhelmed. So the word that's really been coming up is strategies. I've broken it down into my basic weekly routine, which is project 1 and project 2, and it's really been working because maybe there's one day I'm working on a book, which by the way, you can see down here, the new brain dump book, which is this book that I'm kind of reinventing for you. That's in the process right now. Set times and time management on when that's going to be done. Also, the March study's done, working on the April study. So I'm getting better on those little things. I know they're small and they're simple. There's not a lot to put here, but in order to go bigger, God wants to see how you're managing what he gave you. All right. And so this one, tricky. So when it comes to relationships on our life wheel, my specifics are marriage, children, family, community, and just my parents and friends. So that's really how I gauge everything. Each one of those are kind of gauged differently. So one of my things that I've been working on, I want to be the best mom ever, right? Okay. But I listened to a message from somebody and it just hasn't left my mind. And they were talking about how to set boundaries with adult children and how to still be the best mom ever. And it was sometimes you got to put the welcome mat out and just shut your mouth. And I have a hard time shutting my mouth. And I don't want to be that overbearing mom. They're adults now. They don't need me to parent anymore. Parenting looks different. And so I've studied a lot about that the last month, and I can honestly say I've set up some new boundaries. Another great thing is our church community. We really found a church home, and we already went to the first meeting. Like, it's the membership meeting, like listening and talking. We've done that. Now, do we have to go deeper? Yeah. We've got to go to a couple more. We probably should dive into a community group, but I'm not pushing it. We're getting going. We're still adjusting to a lot of other things, but we made the move. We found a church home. That was huge. We were going to a bunch of different home churches. So way back in January, we put 7 churches down and we started going to them. So we've sifted down to 1. And so that's awesome. So I can say that connected. My husband and I have connected greatly. January, February, we went away on vacation. You want to watch our vacation video? It's right here. We connected. We talked about our dreams. We love to get away in February, really connect on our dreams, talk and pray about them. We've also moved some things around. And it took some time for me to sit down in this journal, especially under finances. And really, if you look, this was one thing that I did. I got to my finance one day after we had some talks and I walked it out. Now, my word for the year is soul posture. And I said to God, God, I need to work on that posture, adjust me. I want to hear my husband's wisdom. My husband is very wise with finances. So it takes me a little bit, but I have to be on guard not to covet certain things. Like, do I really need that? So we switched some things around and I worked on my posture and submitting to my husband and grace on some things. And that was not easy. That was not easy, but I'm thankful and I'm still listening and connecting. The one thing that I'm struggling with, and I will put this on here relationship wise, is parents and friends. I have not made connections with some very good friends. I have 2 very good friends that I stay very connected with. Like, that's non-negotiable because they're my closest friends. But then I have all of these other friends, and God has blessed me with friends, and I've got to remain connected to them. And so I've got to work on that. And that is one thing. Also, my parents. Both of my parents are separated. I love them dearly, but they're separated in their 80s and they're lonely, and I love them. And I carry a lot of that. I carry a lot of, stay busy with them, and they want to go out with my friends and they want to stay busy. And it's just overwhelming. And I'm a little rude in that area. And I need to stop and think, someday I'm not going to have them. And so I know all of my friends that are in the ministry that have lost parents and are grieving, it is not easy. And you may look at me going, wow, that's a selfish attitude. I know I gave that to God. I gave that to God, and I'm asking God to help adjust me, soul posture, heart posture. Help me in this area, because the things that I'm dealing with them are hard. And the boundaries that I have to set because of some things that are involved in our relationships, and can make that even more difficult. But whatever, it's something I'm working on. It's something that's in front of me and that I wrote a vision for. So if you're going through boundaries with your family or relationships, come along in the ministry. God's going to anoint that and teach you through me, as God is teaching me, how to find a verse and then be on guard or to open up your heart so God can transform you. So that's the fun part. All right, let's move on to the next thing, and let's go ahead and look at our personal goals. All right, let's talk personal growth. By the way, I love this book, and I'm like, our buns are kind of on point. Anyway, designsbyplannerperfection.com. She has the cutest planners, so I just had to put that in there. Check this one out. How cute are these? Designsbyplannerperfect.com. Love them. Love this. That is why I like to make all of our Bible studies so fun. I don't know, I just like the visual, but anyway, loving our bun. So personal growth. All right, what does personal growth come down to when it's on our wheel? What do I have mine broken down to? You might have different things, because you might say, well, personal growth is what's the difference between physical growth and mental well-being? If you look at it all through one lens, it's too much. And so that's why I have mental and physical are different than personal. Personal is my educational growth in the area that I am in, or possibly maybe to go higher in your career, you need some more education, or CEUs, continuing education units, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, specifically for me, personal growth has to do with education, spirituality, and expansion. And so number one, I am so glad that I put the vision board together and this together. That alone right now is, I could walk away and just say, I did it. I did it. And so good for you if you did it. Good for you if you did it. Also, learning new equipment. I ordered a wide lens for my camera because I wanted it to show more when I'm filming, because I want to do more vlogging in the area of HB Ministries, like stuff like this. So let me know if you like these videos. Also, meditation time spirituality in my spirituality. So I want to work out, and at the end of my workout, I want to actually expand my prayer time. I want to have a deep prayer time just right there on my mat. So it's just something I'm working on. Marketing connections. I want to connect more and talk to people and connect more with people that can help me grow. So people out there that are doing really well, I want to connect and learn. I used to work, in a church and around people now more, but when you're alone and you're working in just your little habitat, like your little girl cave here, and you and God, sometimes the marketing connections are huge. So I'm believing in divine connections, but I also have to set small goals during the week on connecting, reaching, talking, and financial management. That is a huge personal goal that I'm working on. And I met that last month by stepping up and meeting with my tax guy and really talking about my husband in areas of finances. And so learning to budget and do some things, that's my weakest area on my wheel. I'm being real with you. My weakest area. And that has to grow. So that's a little bit about my personal growth. Nothing really huge, except I did it. When you finish a Bible study, that's personal growth. You did it. Where are you spiritually? What are you doing? This isn't about writing huge devotionals and journaling every day. It's making these connections, and I try to make it so easy for you. So super happy on personal growth. Let's go to hobbies. All right. Let's go ahead and do hobbies. Do I have anything on my face? No, I changed out of my green because we're going to go to the doctor's office. All right, let's do hobbies. Here you go, right here. This is kind of a fun one, pretty easy. The best thing that I can say we have accomplished, and I actually wrote down in my journal, was that my husband would read with me. So I prompted him a few times, let's go get a book, let's go get a book. And he always sees me reading. This is the best thing that we have accomplished. We go to bed now, which has been part of our PM routine together because we want to do things together. And he is reading a book now. Y'all, he read for 2 hours and I laid next to him and I read my book. I love my books. It is my self-care / PM routine. I will share the books at the end because I'm sharing part of my favorites for February. So I want to share those with you. That's separate, but we're reading. He's reading. That's huge. Golf league. So we golf together, but I want to get on a golf league this summer. I'm a little nervous yet. I'm a little afraid. I'll be honest. I'm like, what's it going to be like to golf with other women? Scary. That's out of my comfort zone. But I need to make the phone call to a couple golf courses. I really think this would push me to interact in my new hometown. Traveling again, we went to Florida. And that was awesome. We want to travel. My husband just booked a concert. He loves Eric Church. So anybody that doesn't like country, my husband and I actually love Eric Church. We love all the love songs. And just the other day, he booked it and he said, guess what, honey? We're going to Eric Church for our anniversary. So that is done. And playing games together. We love to play checkers, but we want to learn to play chess and like learning something new. And we played backgammon all the time. And we're like, how do we play that? So backgammon and chess before the end of this year is something we want to dive into and learn. So that's pretty much it for hobbies. Huge in the reading, and I'm proud of that. So I'm going to run into the doctor's appointment right now. I have my hand because I have trigger finger, so this finger sticks. So we're going to go in. I'm seeing a new doctor. It's my mom's doctor. And then when we leave, we're going to go into the home section of my wheel. I'm going to talk to you about, there's some great things that we have actually met done, checked off. And we are in the season now with my home where we are, I don't know about you, but winter's gone. There's not even a little bit of a Christmas tree, a little bit of a, oh, that represents winter. Oh, that little deer, it represents winter. It's gone. Y'all, all winter is gone. All right, let's talk my home goals. All right, so everything that I've been working on kind of in January and February has come to pass. First of all, out with the winter, in with the spring. I even refreshed my flowers again the day I was making this video. And I bought some shamrock flowers that I can actually plant in my garden. Was really excited about those from Kroger's. And look who's here. She loves to say hello to me every single morning. She makes me happy. So spring is here. You can see the snow is finally melting. Now, one of the home projects that we had was getting a frame above our fireplace. And you can see we finally finished the project. So I love the frames that we got, and I love that you can find a picture on Facebook and place it in there, and you can change it all the time. So I can start putting spring scenes in or whatever, but I'm really loving the gold and the black because it matches all of my lighting. So all of my lighting came together. This is an evening picture, but it's really pretty, really calming and beautiful. Now my husband needs to put the sconces up on the side of the fireplace, and those will be going up really soon. And those are going to hang on both sides. I kind of want it to look like, I don't know, kind of cozy Italian vibes, like, I don't know, just very Tuscany. And so we're going to hang those up there, but yet have a flair of contemporary. Well, the other thing in homes was refilling all my jars. My jars were empty. So we filled up oats, went and bought it. I needed some new green tea. I get this green tea off of Amazon. I love my morning tea. And my daughter makes the best dupes from Starbucks, the matcha teas. Oh, she makes them so good. So we have those, and we filled those up. My husband is a good helper when it comes to filling up. When it comes to filling up and getting he's like, wait a minute, there's a few more in here. Look at him in the back. There's just a few more. You missed a few. Oh, he's so funny when it comes to that. So everything got filled up. That's awesome. Everything got reorganized. Also, I cleaned out my closet. That was huge this past month. I got rid of all old clothes, and I'm ready for new spring clothes. I love to do that. So that was a reset moment, and that worked out good. And also cleaned out the drawer next to my dresser by my bed. So those were some goals, and they were reached. So yes, this is the room we just ordered furniture for. We ordered artwork for here. I have this Anthropologie mirror here. So I've got some cozy sweats on today. Look at this cute little lucky dress for March. But anyway, have this big Anthropologie mirror here. And I ordered another one in those in black, but just a smaller size. And that's gonna go up here. So that'll be above my fireplace. And then we bought Ethan Ellen leather furniture, tufted, 2 big recliners and a sofa. And then I'll keep these leopard chairs, and I'm just gonna make this super cozy in here. And that back wall, I have a vision for that, and this will be completed. So just waiting on the furniture now. And lastly, the office is done. I have been working on this office for a very long time, but I finally got my pictures up, finally got my pink couch. I am looking for a little gold table right here. This you can find on my Amazon store. But yeah, everything is ready to go. And this is the office. So what I'm gonna be working on next month is all my files. The final thing on home projects, goal met, the gym is done. So everything's in place, mats are in place, everything is here. Loving my total gym, and so this is good. The last project I wanna do is I want all black and white frames on here, and I wanna put all family pictures. So this is gonna look very uniformed, all black and white and gold frames, something like this, and we're all done. So that goal, boom, done. All right, let's talk favorites for a second. Another favorite of mine in February has been, I have been making these for an afternoon snack out of the Kodiak waffle mix. This is the chocolate chip, perfect. And also the hibiscus tea. That has been my favorite with a few grapes. And so protein packed, super yummy, Love that. All right, let's go with another favorite, right? Who wants to hear another favorite? So, the little kitty right here, this is Margot, and this is Talus, and they are super happy. They've got tons of houses all over the yard, little barns, and they live in the garage, so they're happy. But here is one of my favorites. Margot is pregnant. She gonna have some babies this spring. So, yes, we're excited about that. We actually had some people that wanted some little kittens, and we're trying to carry on her line. So if you didn't know that, there's a bobcat in the family here. So one of them has a bobcat tail, and it's been going on for a long time. So we're trying to keep that moving. And my cats are the only ones left that can do that. So I was given the challenge to see if she would get pregnant, and you know what? She's pregnant, so we're gonna have baby kitties. Right. This is absolutely one of my favorites. So see all the little diamonds on my wall? They're little rainbows. They're all over my walls, and they come from this beautiful diamond pillow, and it's stunning. I got it at Home Goods, I think last year, but it's been my favorite as the sun is coming through. It just puts a huge, you can see it, twinkle in my whole room. And being that it's winter, I don't know, but this just makes me happy. Very, 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 very happy. So that's that. Another thing on my favorites are my plants. So this guy, we brought him from our old house. I love him. I just went in and washed all of his leaves, and I ordered this off of Amazon. I'll go back and leave it in the links which one this was, but it's perfect. It's gorgeous. So I ordered a bigger pot, and I'm going to be going out soon and repotting this. And I just want to keep this on a table downstairs, and I want it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So this has been one of my favorites. Loving it, really looking at all my plants in this area, loving my money tree. Got my money tree a few years ago. She also needs to go in a bigger pot, but these have been my favorites. Just really looking at the new growth that's coming. The growth is all down in here. I mean, it's so cute. So she's going to get a big pot too, but this really made me happy to see all the new growth. All right, let's talk favorite products. So right here in my bath, these have been my absolute go-tos for the whole month of February. I have been consistent. So I'm using my roller. Love this. Now this hurts until you get used to it, but I've been rolling my face 3 days a week. And then I'm using my stone. And there's a lot of videos on that for that, but I'm really liking that. And then of course, I'm always doing a skin brightening scrub prior to that. I love Aveeno, that's absolutely my favorite. And then sometimes I'll put a mask on, but these three right here are my go-tos for February. And now for what do I put on afterwards? I'll show you that right now. All right, so I probably need to wrap this video up. So we're gonna end with my favorite products right now in regards to after bath, after rolling, and my favorite book right now, and favorite music, playlist, and podcast. So those will be really quick at the end. So anyway, I am so glad that you hung out with me. Let me know if you love the resets monthly. I plan to make them a little bit quicker, but I want to show you how I'm focusing on all of my goals, which ones I caught up on, which ones I checked off, and I'm already casting the visions and the goals for March. Those are written down, so I'll let you know at the end of March, when we go into April, what did I accomplish this month? So anyway, when I'm all done, that's why you can see all my face is very red from the rolling. So you can see that, but right now I'm loving, because I just had to buy another one, Charlotte Tilbury. And this is the Collagen Super Fusion Facial Oil. Watch this, this is almost gone, so I had to actually order it. Oh my gosh. It is amazing. And again, my face is red from all the rolling. I love to put it down my neck, on my chest. Super great stuff. So actually, when I order something else, that means it's good. So grab some of this if you can. You will love it. Also, I use her glow toner. This has been a favorite too. Charlotte Tilbury. It's on a little bit on the pricey side, but I love this, and this has lasted me. I bought this at the beginning of January. So January and February, and this has actually been one of my go-to. It's really good for just a radiant glow, just to keep your skin hydrated. And that's awesome. Okay, last product for face after makeup is on is Bobbi Brown Bare Glow. Super awesome. Again, it's after, but let me just show you what I don't know if you can tell, but you'll see after I get my makeup on. Maybe I'll show you, but it just has a really good, you can put it under or whatever, but just has a little glow to it. All right, so as far as books, I will tell you, I am loving my iPad. I have been using, I will regularly buy books, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm buying them right off of here. And the reason why I'm loving this so much is because at night, I'm not bothering my husband with a book in front of me, like lights on. So I'll hit it, and I am reading right now. These two are my favorite. First of all, Colleen Hoover in general, favorite author. Like, my daughter got me into her. I have been reading tons of her books, but right now I am reading It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us. Love them. They're so good. I am just, okay, so It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us. You have to read them together, okay? It Starts With Us is the second part of the series. It Ends With Us is really about Lily and Ryle. Ryle. And there's a movie coming out, by the way. There's a movie actually coming out, and the guy that's playing the movie is the good-looking guy in Jane the Virgin. If you've ever watched that series, they're using him in it, and so good. So anyway, here's the actors that they're going to be using in the movie. So you've got to read this book. Now, I will tell you, it is Colleen Hoover's view on her childhood memories with abuse in the house and with her family. And she did a really good job supporting women that go through emotional and physical abuse. So the book has that there, I will tell you, but it's well done. I mean, I couldn't put the book down. I was so into Lily's feelings with her hope with this surgeon that she meets, this neurosurgeon. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love him until the first swing came out of the blue. And so I began to watch them go back and forth, but I was hoping he would turn around. I was hoping. And then of course I can't share the rest because I will ruin it. I can't tell you anymore. I probably shouldn't have even said that. I'm not going to say anymore because it's hard when somebody listens to your favorites or something and then they want to go. I don't want to ruin it for you, but It Starts With Us. I'm going to leave you. There was someone from her past that has to do with It Starts With Us. I'll leave it there, but it's so good. So I'm in that right now. Read every single night with my husband in bed, and I read on my iPad. So those two books were my reads for March. It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us, Colleen Hoover. Okay, as far as music goes, here is my favorite playlist, Olivia Georgia. I like her, and I decided to listen to her relaxation type of Christian music, and I loved it. There's a couple songs on there. There's not a lot, but in my meditation time, I really liked this new playlist. If I'm not listening to new types of relaxation, powerful meditation music, then I'm usually listening to whatever, crazy rock and roll while I'm working out. But my meditation time, I just love new types of music. So let me know if you do any type of Christian, I want to say Christian meditation and relaxation and just, floor work, stretching and whatever it is. I do that at the end of all my workouts, and I really love to just go into that moment. And so Carrie Job's always been my favorite. Here's her other album that I absolutely love. She's like my top. That is my prayer time. But if you have a favorite one, let me know in the comments. And then podcasts. All right, so what am I listening to on podcasts? Let me go ahead, pull this up really quick. I didn't mean to make this video so long. I've got to learn to make them shorter. So all my podcasts are on here. The ones that I'm listening to the most. So I love, if you have not listened to her, The Next Right Thing. So I'll put hers. She's just on a regular for me. The Huberman Lab. I don't know if you've ever listened to him, but he's pretty good. It's like a, I don't know, science media, but really smart, letting you to know a lot about diseases, neuroscience, how your brain is working, connections with your brain and organs, perceptions, behaviors, all of that, like how your nervous system works. I don't know, but I find that interesting. So when I take a bath, I love the Huberman Lab. So he's got that picture on it. It's just very interesting. It really keeps me on my toes with my health. And that's been a new one. And then let's see, love the Chalene Johnson show. She's a hoot. Also, I love Jennifer Elwood. I think I've told you that. This is her thing here. She's on a regular, and that just helps me with business and different things like that. And then I have been listening to, and Hearing Jesus with Rachel Grohl. Here's hers right here. I've been listening to her. I really love her. All right, that is it for everything for March. So I hope you enjoyed this fun little video, and I am already excited with what I have to tell you our visions are for some stuff that's going to happen in April. Really excited for you. And I can't wait to take you on this journey. One of them is going to be outside. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Like, I just can't anymore. My husband's building me a she shed. And if you've watched my house, I have this like really cool path that goes down, and right now it's a gazebo. Well, we're gonna rip all that out. We're putting a huge garden behind it that's gonna be fenced in for the deer. And then we're building, like, I've always loved Plaids and Poppy. I don't know if you follow her on Instagram, but here she is. Love her. Well, she has a she shed. And I asked my husband, I said, can we put this here exactly like hers? And he's like, yeah, we can do that. That will look nicer. And so I'm going to be able to have a Christmas tree in there, a fireplace in the wintertime, and it is going to be like a little she shed house. And I probably will get some plants going, you know, in there in the later winter. But it's going to be so sweet. I cannot wait to decorate it. I cannot wait to have it all set up. The lighting in there is going to be great. I'll probably do a lot of reading and a lot of filming in there, but we are going to be building it. This is something that I'm excited on. This is a new vision that we came up with. So you may add new visions to your life wheel, but that was one. So anyway, love you. I will see you for the April reset. Let me know in the comments below if you like these and if this helps you with your life wheel. Bye-bye.